Hello everybody and welcome to World 1 Alien against I think this is either Diamond or Master player. Jeez. I know I should probably re-edit this and try everything I can to not make it such a long game. So everything went down right. I know throughout throughout this entire build, I just made a lot of mistakes. So that's the problem with this one map here, is that he could take his base either here or here, and it makes it really hard for me to figure out where. So if I block one, I don't automatically know where the other one is if he decides to move it. Whoops, keep that on his view. So he is soon okay, so by this conversation here, he is assuming they took in base mirror and here, and that's about it. Well, after these two kind of failed on me, I had to take this one and this one, which actually gave me a better economic advantage, which actually gave me the eco I needed. His Balins, I'm surprised he didn't use them, but I guess he was being really particular with them, so instead of just like all in with the Balins. So as you can see that, I'm typing something when I shouldn't be typing there. Income. So, I mean, this all right here. I mean, his overlords. That's what I really want to see is when I started cracking down on his overlords. When all this decided to go awry, because times 8 this bad boy. It's a long game. Now he's got broodlords. I wasn't really expecting broodlords. Not, and even on top of that, 11 broodlords. So I was like, okay, I'm going all air, which is good for me. Man, look at the income he has versus mine. Yeah, he also destroyed a whole bunch of my tech. Yeah, I should have lifted it up, but what can I really do about it? The only thing left I had was the 2 PFs on in my third, and whatever units I had, which was my Ravens, which was taken out of his. So. And you know we're doing, and that was the thing is like he's turrets are taking out his hive, all his hive structures. I mean he's at 200. Portrait. There. Ah. Trying to figure out how much oh boy, I gotta click on here to figure out. Jeez. So much damage done. And I mean, workers killed is almost even, and I think the unit's lost tab is a little skewed. Because I kept taking out, yeah, right, he was right. I'm taking out all his tech. For each base I'm taking out, I'm flying to the next one, and he's putting tech in that next base. So now he has to keep all his army in one base, which gives me time to actually macro out. And, you know, he's trying to take his other bases, so I'm like, okay, well. So. And I never saw Mutas, which I think if he had Mutas, the Ravens would have not have done so much damage. And that's because Mutas actually have the speed that they need to be able to go against what they have the speed advantage, which is really good. On top of that, you know, because the Corruptors don't have that kind of speed that the Mutas do, but Corruptors do bonus damage to, are doing bonus damage to, I think, armored. So, and a lot of this isn't the fact that my units and my unit Ravens aren't armored, so that's where the Hydras come in. But the Hydras are kind of slow, and if I can keep a good chunk of my army out of position all the time, so you know the Ravens, I move them one place and keep them in a dead zone. That's what helps out a lot, because then he has to actually get, you know, air advantages. And he's going straight back to Spire. And again, he's now back on 3 bases. And I think I'm on the same amount of bases. Oh, hit. And we hit play. Yeah, I'm on this. And I went back and retook all my bases. So, again, I got this base here, this base there. And, I mean, this guy's giving me a lot of praise for this build that you know, basically it is Ketrock's build, but you know, this is me doing it at a platinum level, which is which, you know, helps out, which doesn't help me out a bit, because you know the timings that he uses versus timings I have, and his macros, you know, might be slightly better than mine. As we look at, like, yeah, the APM is a little skewed, so I'm not even gonna bother with that. The EPM, okay, no one cares about that. But we look at the income. You know, we're back where we need to be. I mean, I got this small little wall, which I could have done better with this wall for the PFs. So he's assuming that this is my only last base, and then all of a sudden, you know, he's trying to get. And this is where the swarm hosts come in. Had I had a couple mines sitting here, yeah, they would have one-shotted a lot of those, but it would have helped out a bit more. Also, if I would have swung from this area and then attacked over to this area. I mean, he's moving his. So. Oh! 3 of them did not die. Oh my gosh. It was so close. I mean, I have enough. I mean, I have a pretty good amount of Ravens. And now I just gotta turret up that area. Yeah, so it's free units versus free units, but these free units don't cost energy. They just cost seconds. Versus I gotta spend energy on mine, and I let that die. Oh my gosh, I did not. I was like, did I ever have another PF there? No, I couldn't be. So I'm flying around with my Vikings for no real reason, just to. Oh, maybe there's an Overlord or an Overseer I can take out. Well, when all his Overlords are hovering in one little area, I mean, that's pretty much what it is. Top of that, I mean, between I got one base here that's not mining, and it's there, and that's what makes it weird. I got these two PFs that aren't really doing anything. Two command centers that aren't PFs yet. I mean, I'm mining here. I've got these going here. I've got a mass amount of Hellbats ready to go. So it's just when I move the Hellbats out to one base, I can move my Ravens out to another base, and then he has to really decide on which bases that has to be saved. And most of the time, it's going to be the one with a good chunk of his tech. Had he kind of split up his tech, probably would have made it harder. But he was really on just one base, so basically, this is his only real way of teching his tech base. And then he just lost a bunch of Zerglings. So 30 Zerglings just died right there trying to scout. And I've got PFs everywhere. I think this is the only base that goes uncontested for a while, because it's just kind of in its own little spot. I mean, these are doing exactly what they need to do. I mean, just keeping me there. And this is where it becomes a little skewed, or a little off. Oh, there is a Muta. What do you know? It died. Here comes the mass amount of Corruptors. Had I had turrets, it actually would have been a lot different. And then the thing with this is I wasn't holding shift to do these to the seeker missile shots, and I was like, well, okay. Oh, he has no upgrades on his guys. They only do 14 damage and then do 20 to massive. Interesting. So that means they're doing 11 damage to all my Ravens per shot until I get the last upgrade. That'll make it doing 10 damage per shot. But I moved the Hellbats out, which is taking out a good chunk of his tech and his arm and everything else. I mean, we look at the units lost tab. Shouldn't really be going after spore crawlers. Should be going after roach warrens and other units, and it's like, well, okay. And yeah. So, you know, I'm just trying to make sure that I can get going on whatever I'm supposed to be doing. He's got expansion here and here, but there's no mining. He's not mining off it except for this one. And he's had to rebuild his spawning pool. I think this is his third time rebuilding that. So, I mean, this is tough for him. He was able to get a layer up on that base, so that was a beneficial thing to him, so he can get this out. And I think I'm not sure if this would have worked, Zergling Muta, just for the fact that you know, the Mutas would be able to do what they need to do, but then again, trying to get past these 3 PS here, Zerglings wouldn't be able to get there. Now I got my turrets up. Just shows you how I forget about turrets, and I don't play Terran all the time, and this is why I use this strat. It's because I know a good chunk of the time I'm going to play somebody is not going to be ready for this, and that's why I also changed my portrait out. So this is where this goes. So I lose that base there. And then here comes my giant force. Now I'm at 163, he's at 197. A lot of everything I'm losing now is basically one-shotting Broodlords, because I don't think the Broodlords have upgrades. Look at the upgrades for mine, yeah. And my whole bet's over. And taking out one base. I'm pretty sure he's just. If you follow his camera view, I think. Yeah. Well, he doesn't know that the turrets are gone. You know, I didn't even see him GG because of all this clutter here. But dang, he was able, like, every time I took out something, he was able to re-macro up. So, this is pretty much about it. Whoops. There we go. Before I depart from this game, I'm going to look at his profile, and he is a Master League player. Wow, and I'm just really stunned that I was able to get, you know, at least pull off a strategy that works. So, and I would say to this guy, a really good game. I was expected to lose. So, and if you do decide, and if you do find yourself and you watch this, yeah, I am more stunned that I won, and I would not have been, because I went into the game knowing I would probably lose. So, hope you all enjoy, and have